Hello again. Well, I did manage to grow some Brussels in 2018, but more about these later. I was tagged by quite a few people to do the 2018 Roundup Challenge, and seeing as it's January of 2019, I better get on it. We had a few good crops last year that surpassed expectation, but if I had to pick one, it would have to be the garlic. Well, last year I tried to do a year-long video project on the garlic. Unfortunately, things turned out okay and we got a decent crop. I did learn how hard it is to do a year-long project. If you miss a bit, you're pretty much buggered. But it turned out in the end and we got some fine garlic. This year, the hardneck is a little bit behind where it was last year, and we've had a very mild winter too, and the softneck is just about at the same place. But I think my best crop for 2018 was probably the garlic. Well, that has to be the celery, and this was the scene of the crime. I tried so hard to get the celery right in 2018 and I failed miserably. Not sure what it was. It got plenty of water and the roots went all the way down to China. But I'm not giving up. As we speak, I think I've got some celery seeds on the way that Terry's sending, so I'll try again this year. But 2018, my biggest fail, certainly the celery. My biggest challenge in 2018 was probably a true challenge, and it was the Brussels sprouts challenge. Back in the early part of 2018, Ryan from A Little Never Hurt and Emma from Misfit Gardening challenged me into a Brussels growing contest, and if anybody has been watching me over the last couple of years, they know that I cannot grow Brussels. And the idea was to have a bit of a comedic approach to growing Brussels, something none of us were very good at. But unfortunately, it never really materialized. Ryan got very busy up on the farm, and quite understandably so. Anybody who saw his challenges in 2018 will see he was rather busy. And I think Emma did a few updates, but she never gets back to me on comments anyway. So it never really materialized, but I did crack on, and I did manage to get some Brussels, something I've never done before, and it was a challenge. I had white fly, I had some germination issues, but in the end it all turned out. So my biggest challenge in 2018, the Brussels sprouts challenge. The big plan for 2019 is to tackle a bindweed problem that we have on the west flank of the garden. Now, I'm going to go about it using the no-dig method, and I've just laid down a layer of cardboard and I'm adding mushroom manure over the top, and then I shall be adding some regular soil over the top of that. I want a perennial vegetable area to grow things like rhubarb, and I also want to have a small area for growing some squashes in, and the rest of it will be for flower borders. This is going to take me some time to do, and this is the big plan for 2019. people who fail and then persist and then succeed. In the gardening world, when you fail, sometimes it can be a whole year before you can sort it out. And if you get it wrong again, it's another year. You can't get it wrong too many times. But I have seen people that have failed and then got it right, and I find that inspiring. And that's not just in growing. I've seen people who have failed in growing and then they've managed to correct it, but also I've seen people who have failed in building something and they've corrected it. I've seen people lose their YouTube channels and then come back fighting with a new channel. They've corrected the issue. I find that inspiring. Not a lot. Cheers. Yes, I think I can grow Brussels sprouts, and I'm going to enjoy the ones I've got this year. But that's it. I am never ever going to grow Brussels sprouts again. And I mean it this time.